Are you tossing out Switch controllers one after the other because they're all built like shit? Or does your wife have a monster grip, crushing all your Switch controllers to dust when she rages in Pokemon Unite? I was in the same boat. Until now. Hello everyone, Nasty Nate here with a brand new tech toy review. I've been having some major issues trying to find the right Joy-Cons so I can play the Switch in handheld mode. The stock Nintendo Joy-Cons are just too freaking small for my gangly nerd hands. Which brings me to this. Let me introduce you guys to the NYXI Wizard Wireless Joypad for the Nintendo Switch and Switch OLED. I've been playing with this one for quite a while now, and let me tell you, it is great. Bringing you back to the old school GameCube controller look with some new age feel. Let's start off with some features of this controller. Hall effect joysticks, the new hotness. If you guys haven't watched our tech tour review on the 8-bit Do controller, Take It Easy Jono brings you through what Hall effect joysticks are and why they're so hot. In short, you don't have to worry about stick drift ever again. The shoulder buttons are quieter, lighter, clickier, and have shorter trigger distances than the OG game controller, which is a huge bonus because those OG shoulder buttons were shit. The ABXY buttons are backlit with dimmable brightness and have a nice clicky feel. The turbo hold function allows continuous, rapid fire without having to hold the button down. Probably the best in shooters or in specific games or gaming scenarios. It also has two programmable back buttons, so you can program any face button on the right Joy-Con to the right back button, and you can program any button on the left Joy-Con to the left back button. I have tried, and I'm about 99% sure you cannot program any button on the right Joy-Con to the left back button, and vice versa. USB-C charging ports can be found on each Joy-Con. This is common, but I wish they would have just made it so you can plug it in with one USB cable and charge both Joy-Cons. Not a deal breaker anyway, so I just charge them by attaching them to the Switch and then docking the Switch. And one of my personal favorite features are the cool retro octagonal interchangeable joystick rings. I love the snappy feeling when the joystick hits those grooves and holds into the corners. The design of the controller is based on the classic GameCube controller aesthetic, the GameCube purple with the gray buttons, green A button, red B button, and yellow C joystick. The NYXI Wizard feels chunky in the body, which fills out my hands. And the handles are a bit larger too, which enables me to grip the actual controller, unlike the stock Switch Joy-Con controllers, where I have to weirdly hold and dangle them in between my fingers. At first, the NYXI Wizard took a bit getting used to because of this massive A button. And because of this massive A button, the A, B, Y, X buttons are not in their regular positions compared to the stock Joy-Con controller or any other controller like Xbox or PlayStation. This will bring you back to the GameCube era very quickly and sometimes frustratingly. So if you're looking at this controller and you're used to the Xbox or PlayStation or Switch controllers with the regular sized face buttons, be ready because it will take you a bit to adjust moving your thumb over a tad more or realizing the X and Y buttons are slightly rotated a bit on the face of the controller. Now, let's talk about the build quality. It's pretty light, weighing in at 248 grams or 0.5 pounds, which is much lighter than an Xbox Series controller, which weighs in at 287 grams, and also lighter than the PS5 controller, which weighs in at 281 grams. The plastic shell feels thin, like if I squeezed it enough with my super nerd man strength, I could probably crack it. But probably not. There is no back grip or texture grippies, which is kind of disappointing. At least give me some bumps or something so it doesn't slip out of my sweaty Dorito dusted hands. But overall, I'd say the build quality is okay, I guess. Now let's talk about the price. This baby flies in at 95 Canadian dollars, which is around 70 USD, which is understandable. The cool retro GameCube look with a new age beefier feel than most third-party Switch controllers. And of course, the Hall effect joysticks. My final thoughts, I love this controller. I can finally take it off the Switch dock and actually hold it in my hands comfortably. I can take it outside, on the patio, and play some games while the dogs are running around in the backyard. Also, I love the clickiness of all the buttons. I just love pressing those babies. There are a few things like the build quality and the two USB-C charging ports, but that would not have swayed me from purchasing this controller. It is a great addition to my controller collection, and I'm glad I made the purchase. Well, everyone, that's it for this tech toy review. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please hit the subscribe button below and hit that like button because there's going to be more coming at you soon. If you haven't checked out our other videos on our YouTube channel, check those out too. We also have a bi-weekly gaming podcast called the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Apple, Google, and all those major podcast platforms. So please check us out there too. And that's a wrap. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and game on.